Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Namaste. Now we move on to the important chapter, the 20th chapter of Natya Shastra, which talks about Dasha Rupakas, the 10 varieties of dramas. What are Rupakas? That which have a form is called Rupaka, Rupa. So naturally it comprises of music aspect, dance aspect, theatre aspect, everything in it. So now, as we see, there are varieties of films in the present age. Earlier, Bharata, in the 2nd century, he has given a variety of dramas. What are they? Bharata says, now I will describe the 10 varieties of dramas with their names and how it has to be presented. Natakam saprakaranam anko vyayoga evacha bhanaha samavakarascha vithi prahasanam dimaha ihamragascha vigneyo dashamo नाट्य लक्षणे एतेषां लक्षणम् अहं व्याख्यास्याम् अनुपूर्वशः. So he explains these as Natya varieties. So they are Natya, they come under Natya, the 10 Rupakas come under Natya, the dramatized version. So those days it was a holistic form which had music, instrumental elements, dramatized dance elements in it. So he says the plays are known as Nataka, Prakarana, Anka, which is also known as Utsrishtikanka, Vyayoga, Bhana, Samavakara, Viti, Prahasana, Dima and Ihamriga. And he explains these varieties in this chapter. First he says, Sarvesham eva kavyanam matrika vrittayaha smritaha. Smritaha. So here the vritti, we read about vritti there in the Ekadasha elements, the 11 elements, Ekadasha Sangraha, Dharmi Vritti Pravrittayaha. So Vritti is one of the important element. He says this is to be known as a Matrika. Vritti is to be known as Matrika for these kavyas. Styles, that is Vritti, are traditionally known as the constituent element of all the dramatic works. With respect to their production, the 10 kinds of play are considered to have proceeded from these. So now we say varieties of genres for the films, for dramas, and for many other, even for the songs. Here, even around the earlier 2nd century, as Natya Shastra has been given the date of 2nd century BC to 2nd century AD by many scholars, we see the varieties of genres given by Bharata. Jatibhihi shrutibhihi chaiva swara gramatvamagataha. Gramatvamagataha. Yatha tatha vrittibedaihi kavyabandha bhavantihi. Just as the musical notes, swaras, constitutes the grama scales, due to the shrutis together with the jatis, so the varieties of plays come into existence due to varieties of styles. These styles are called the vrittis. So the varieties of vrittis combine together in all these dramas. Of course, there is a predominance of particular vritti in one variety. All these are there. So he also adds the Nataka and the Prakarana variety are to be known as made up of all the vrittis. They include varieties of situations and the vrittis. Sarva vritti vinishpannam nana avastha samashrayam, he says. Then the other varieties including the bhana, the samavakara, the viti, ihamriga, utsrishtikanka, vyayoga, dima and prahasana should not include the kaishiki vritti. So now he will be also explaining the vrittis in the 22nd chapter. Of course, the kaishiki vritti is more graceful style. So the dramas which are more uddhata in prayoga should not have the kaishiki vritti, he says. Now he moves on to explain the Nataka variety of drama. The shloka is Prakyata Vastu Vishayam Prakyata Udatta Nayakam Cheva Raja Rishi Vamsha Charitam Tathacha Divyashrayopetam Nana Vibhuti Samyutam Riddhi Vilasadibhir Gunaischapi Anka Praveshakadyam Bhavatihi Tan Natakam Nama. It is to be known as Nataka, which is to be known, he says, the play which has for its subject matter a well-known story, Prakyata Vastu Vishayam. For its hero, a celebrated person of exalted nature. Udata Nayakam Prakyatam, the Prakyata, celebrated Udata Nayaka. Then he describes the character, Raja Rishi Vamsa Charitam and Divyashrayopetam. So the character, a person born in the line of royal seer, divine protection for him, his many superhuman powers and exploits such as success and amorous pastimes, and which has suitable number of acts, ankas and introductory scenes called praveshakas. This is to be known as a Nataka. Then he adds, behavior of kings due to their joys and sorrows when revealed by means of acts expressing in varied ways the psychological states, the bhavas carrying many sentiments, the rasas, is styled as a Nataka. So what is Anka, act? He says, Nana avasthantarito bindoho, that is, he says, it has to have the bindu. An expert should properly make an Anka containing changed conditions of the hero, Nana avastha antarito, and restricting it to the mere transmission to bindu. So what is bindu? We have the artha prakritis given in the next chapter, bija, bindu, pataka, prakari, karya, which are very, very essential for a drama. Before going to that, he has given the term bindu here. So the Anka should restrict it to just the transmission to the vital drop, that is the bindu. The anka is a customary word, as by means of presentation of bhava and rasa is causes the purpose of the play to develop, and as it adheres to some technical rules, it is called anka. Anka iti rudi shabdo bhavaischa rasaischa rohayatyarthan nanavida anuyukto yasmat tasmat bhavet ankaha. Next is anka samaptihi karya kavya chede na bija samharaha vastu vyapi binduhu kavya samutto atra nityam syat. He says an act should be brought to a close end by a particular division of a play, and no final disposal of the bija should be made in it. There should not be the final disposal of bija. Bija is the seed and bindu the drop, and the bindu of the play should again be made to occur in the plot. So it should be keep on occurring in the plot of the drama, he says. When we go on to the varieties of bija, bindu, pataka, you will know how the plot has been developed and how Bharata has written about the development of the plot and how to write a play. That is very, very important. A natya is not only a presentation, Rupaka is not only a presentation, starting from the Vachika, the basic of writing, the story. From the beginning of the story, we have to develop the story. That is very, very important. That has been explained by Bharata in a very beautiful way. Then he adds that part of the play where a particular incident is fully expressed, but where the seed is not finally disposed, that is, the bija is not disposed, is always to be known as an act which slightly clings to the bindu, an act which relates to the direct exploits of the persons mentioned before, that is, the heroes, and their various conditions should not be made too long. It should also be known that the act is to contain more rasa than one, arising from the words of the hero, his queen, and their superiors, priests, minister, and leaders of the caravan. That is, if you take a particular rasa, of course, the whole drama will be based on a particular sthai and a particular rasa. But in an anka itself, there can be varieties of rasas. It need not be a single rasa. He also adds pacification of anger, grief, pronouncing a curse, terrified fight, marriage ceremony, commencement of any miracle, and its actual occurrence should not be made visible in an act. It will be actually shown or given as a supplement of the act. That is krodha, anger, curse, etc., as even we see in Shakuntalam. The curse is mentioned only as a precursor of that act. It is not in the actual act. So that's what he says, the terrified fight, all these should not happen in the actual act, but of course it will be indicated. Sucha, not only those, yuddham, Rajya Bramsho, Maranam, that is the battle, loss of the kingdom, death, siege of a city, are not to be presented in the act directly, but it should be referred to by means of introductory scenes, that is the Praveshakas. The Praveshakas, the characters explain or talk about what has been earlier happened, and that is how as an audience we come to know about the happening. In the act or the introductory scene, in the Praveshaka or in an act of the Nataka or a Prakarana, there should be no killing of a person who is known as a hero. The hero should not be killed, especially in Nataka and Prakarana, he says, not in the other varieties. These are very, very particular to Nataka and Prakarana, because these are more family based stories. If you see the other varieties, Samamakara, Dima, they are all different. He also adds his flight or capture of the enemy should be brought about, and these should be indicated through the introductory scenes by referring to relevant actions. So, an act should cover events that can take place in course of a single day, and it should relate to the seed of the play, that is the bija, and it should proceed without a clash with the routine duties. Next he adds, a wise playwright should not put in too many events in a single act. Ekanke na kadachit bahuni karyani yojayet buddhiman. So, in a single act, many events should not be put up. Events in it should be depicted without a hindrance to the regular routine duties. Then the person appearing on the stage during the act would go out after performing things connected with the bija and the purpose of the play, and should lead to relevant sentiments. That is, after performing the relevant activities connected with bija, that particular character should move out so that the next thing happens. He paves way to the next relevant sentiment. Knowing the length of the day, which is divided into kshanas, yamas and muhurtas, one should distribute exhaustively the entire action in different acts. So, understanding the different acts, the events should be exhaustively introduced in various acts. Everything should not be put in the same act. That is the work of a knowledgeable dramatist, he says. Then he moves on to talk about the Praveshaka, introductory scene. He says, when events that are to be finished in a course of a day cannot be accommodated in the act, that is, in one act, the writer cannot accommodate the whole events of that particular day, then it can be presented through introductory scenes after closing the act. So, later after closing the act, it can be presented through a Praveshaka in the next act. By closing the act in which they begin events of that particular month or a year, but never more than that, more than a year for their happening, are also to be presented similarly, he says. That is, more than a year happening should not be presented in a particular act. So, when in an act any person starts on his business on a long journey, it should be brought to a close at a particular point of time. So, it should not be shown as more than a year. Maybe it will be brought to an end, and then in the next Praveshaka you can tell that so many years passed, he had gone here and he has come back, or what are the achievements in the years he spent. All these can be given in Praveshakas. So, the actual act of the Nataka and Prakarana should be associated with the hero, main hero. The Praveshakas can be associated with the conversation of the attendants, so that they are talking about what happened. So, in the plays connected with Nataka and Prakarana, the Praveshaka coming between two acts will refer briefly about the next segment happening. So, the Praveshakas, sometimes it also gives the brief idea of what happened earlier, but mostly it refers to the happening which is going to be performed also. So, in the introductory scenes, they should not consist of exploits of superior and middling class, Uttama, Madhyama characters, and they should not be exalted speech in it, and in practice it should adopt speeches and manners of the common people. So, it will be more of Lokadharmi element in the Praveshakas, where the two attendants speak with each other. An introductory scene may have many purposes. For example, it may explain the advents of time, change of purpose, inversion of movements, of making a beginning, etc. He also adds that the events which depend on many persons are to be compressed in segments by these Praveshakas, because it is too tiresome to have more prose passages in a particular act. So, when a particular item cannot be completely presented in an act because it is too large, so it should be brought into pieces and given in a production, accordingly introducing introductory scenes. Then he moves on to Vishkambaka, the supporting scenes. In the Nataka, these Vishkambakas should also be there, and they should always be made with the middling characters, Madhyama type of characters, and especially in Sanskrit speech. And these Vishkambakas are very, very important. They are of two types. One is Shuddha and the other one is Sankirna. In the Shuddha, it is made up of middling characters only, but in Sankirna, it is with middling characters, that is Madhya Kadapatra and the Nicha Katapatra, the inferior characters. In Nataka and Prakarana, these Vishkambakas, which are the supporting scenes in between two acts or in the beginning of particular act, should always have both middling and inferior characters, he says. Then he talks about the number of attendants for a king. He says in Nataka and Prakarana should not contain many number of attendants for a hero. The hero's attendants should be maximum 4 or 5. But in the plays of Vyayoga, Ihamriga, Samavakara, it can be, the acts can be more than 12, 10 or 12 acts. Bharata says in the drama chariot, an elephant, horse, palace, etc. should not be brought in directly on the stage. These should be provided by the costumes or of course the props and the gaits related to the characters. The gait of that particular elephant or horse, as we saw in the chapter Gati Prachara, and of course in the chapter of Karana, we saw Tandava Lakshanam. We saw how to perform as a dance the gait of elephant, gait of a horse, of a charioteer, of a snake, etc. So here he says these are to be brought through Gati Vichara. And he also recommends the model works for elephant, because we have the 23rd chapter talking about how to present a model of all these. So he says the elephant, horse, palace, etc. can be imitated through materials, that is the material can be made through props, brought in through props, properties, and are to be made as a presentation accordingly, he says. So these are, even the weapons are to be prepared with the material and brought on stage. And if due to any reason of detachments of any army is to be introduced on the stage, only 4 or 6 people are to make their appearance. We have to show it as a group, make the audience believe it as a group, big group, but we cannot bring the whole group on the stage. That is what he says. So he also adds that it should be made as consisting of small number of men, horses, vehicles and attendants, and it should move slowly. So we can't show that fast movement on the stage. They cannot move so fast, then they will be going inside the screen. So we can show with the slow movement, but it should be with the music which actually makes the audience understand the speed and the momentum of the actors. So he adds that the action should be made like the tip of the cow's tail, like the Gopucha. Everything then in the Nataka, all exalted situations should be placed at the end of the drama. That is how we have even now in a film. We have the climax portion. That is very important. So the important scene will be kept in the last portion of the drama. That is what Bharata says. Karyam gopuchagram kartavyam kavya bandham asadhya ye choddhata bhavaste sarve prishtataha karyaha sarvesham kavyanam nana rasa bhava yukti yuktanam nirvahane kartavyo nityam hi raso adbhutas tagnehi नाटक लक्षणम एतन्मया समासेन कीर्तितं विधिवत् प्रकरणमतः परम अहम लक्षणयुक्त्वा प्रवक्ष्यामि. So he says the marvelous sentiment is to be kept in the end of the drama. That is the climax, as I said. There should be adbhuta. And the important segment should be at the end of the story. That is how a Nataka should be written. And then he also moves on to the specific elements of prakarana. What is a prakarana? Yatra kaviratma shaktya vastu sharirancha nayakam chaiva autpattikam prakurute prakaranam etat budaihi gneyam. The play in which the writer prakurute devises by his own intellect an original plot with its hero and works up its elaboration, sharira, is called a prakarana. When the playwright constructs of a play of marvelous qualities with an original seed, that is the bija, and the hero not coming out of Rishi's works to carry on the action, the same is also called as prakarana. So here in the play called prakarana, how it is to be. The plot and its elaboration as the basis of rasas, which have been prescribed in case of nataka, will also be applied to this prakarana. But its plot should be newly created. The prakarana has a newly created plot. The varied exploits of Brahmins, merchants, ministers, priests, officers and the leaders of the caravan are to be known as prakarana. These characters will be seen. The prakarana should be known as not made up of exalted hero. Na udatta nayaka kritam, na divya charitam, na raja sambhogam, bahya jana samprayuktam, vigneyam prakaranam tagnehi. And it does not contain the character of any god, has no story of the king's enjoyment, pleasures, and it is connected with the men outside the royal palace. So it is slightly different from Nataka. The play of the Prakarana type should include Vitas, Chetas, then the attendance of courtesans as well as exploits of depraved women of a good family. So these can be brought in as plot for a Prakarana. In the act of a Prakarana, where a minister, head of the bankers guild, Brahmin, priest, minister and leader of caravans stay in their family circle, no courtesan should be brought in there. So courtesans will not be brought in these places in a Prakarana. So he gives the reason why, who should be brought in, where and when. When not to be brought also. He adds, when a person is in company of a courtesan, there should not be his meeting with any respectable woman or the women of a good family. And while he is with the women of high family, courtesan should not meet him. If out of necessity there occurs a meeting of courtesans and respectable ladies in a Prakarana, the languages should be kept in mind. Their languages will be different. They should be kept in mind. They should be kept undistorted, he says. He continues with Prakarana and Nataka. He says the playwright should have the number of acts, ankas, as not less than 5 and not more than 10 in both Nataka and Prakarana, and this should be furnished with the various bhavas and rasas. So after considering the need of the action of the plot, one should place between two acts the introductory scenes which are to compress the events of the segments. So whatever is not seen earlier should be compressed and given in between two acts. And then the third variety is actually Samavakara. Nataka, Prakarana and Samavakara. But in between, here Bharata talks about Natika, which was later considered as the first type of Uparupaka, the minor varieties of dramas. Natika is the first variety of Uparupaka. In a play of Natika, he says, producers are to recognize more or less well-known variety of these two, Nataka and Prakarana. So, he says that it is a combination like of Nataka and Prakarana. But he has not given this as a number 3 in the list of Rupakas. So, he says, he paves the way for the future generation, future authors. He says, this Natika or Nati can be considered as a combination of Nataka and Prakarana. Different in origin from these two types of play, Nataka and Prakarana, its plot should be invented plot. Hero should be a king and it should be based on an incident relating to music or affairs of harem. That's why some scholars say Malavikagnimitra as a Natika, because it is connected with the harem, it is connected with music and dance, and that is some scholars' opinion. Bharata says it has to contain abundant of female characters, 4 acts, graceful gestures. Let us see, the sloka says, Stri Praya Chaturanka Lalitabhinayatmika Suvihitartha Bahu Nritta Geeta Patya Rati Sambhogatmika Chaiva. So, it is the Sambhoga of Rati. Well arranged constituents, many dances, songs, recitations and love's enjoyments are the chief features of Natika. The Natika should be known as to contain royal manners, Rajopachara Yukta, then so Prasadana, Krodha, etc., anger and its pacification, and to have the hero, his queen, the female messenger and the assistants. So, that is how the characteristics of Nataka and Prakarana have been given by Bharata, and finally introduced the variety called Natika as a slight combination of Nataka and Prakarana. Of course, it has its own beauty. Namaste.